Hello and welcome to my general guide on how to farm ultimate descendants in the first Descendant. Now, I'm assuming at this point you have unlocked ultimate bunny. Um, and if you haven't, I've made a separate, very detailed guide on how to get ultimate bunny. The reason I say this is ultimate bunny is easier to get compared to some of the others. And if you have managed to get ultimate bunny or at least spend a decent amount of time farming, you will understand the game better, you'll understand the process of farming better, and I'm here to give you some efficient ways of reducing the grind so that you can get the others without going insane. And also, I don't want to insult your intelligence by telling you where to go and get this, because again, if you have done Ultimate Bunny at this point, you already know the easy steps, and I just want to give you like quicker methods on how to save some time. So let's take Ultimate Clay here as an example. Unlike Bunny, all her blueprints from the amorphous materials have the exact same drop rate of 6%. With Bunny, the enhanced cells had 3% in one amorphous material, in another it had 10, something had 20, and so on and so forth. So it was a bit more varied and you could pick and choose the ones with higher probability. Here it's 6% across the board. So let me actually show you in the amorphous materials. So if we go with ultimate clay, you'll notice 58, 6%, 6%, 6%, 6%, 6, 6. So it is good and bad um, in certain ways. So it's good because you can pick and choose which boss you want to fight. Because as you know, there's either the one where you go to a mission and get the amorphous material, or you go to the outpost and hope to get the amorphous material after like 4 or 5 attempts. With the ones at the mission, you go to a Colossus to fight. With the ones at the outpost, you have a reactor nearby. So fighting and getting those is similar, I guess. I feel like there's more benefit in going for the missions. For example, this one here, pattern 84. If we click on the F button, it's in the seed vault in Echo Swamp. So these are the missions where you have a score to get, and when you get the score, you are guaranteed a drop. For this one here, in order to get the amorphous material 84, you have to get a score of 4,000 only, and you are guaranteed to get one. If you get a score of 50,000, 51 or something, you are guaranteed two. So you have more probability of getting the amorphous materials. On the outpost missions, you have like a 20-25% chance of getting it. So you'll have to do it 4 or 5 times before you get even one of them. So I feel like these are more efficient simply because you'll get other items as well. And also there will be mission monsters who also drop useful things. So for example, if we go back to the Descendants, you may have seen like random things like ion particle, fusion plasma battery, or there's one called that looks like a beaker, like a chemistry lab beaker thing, or this biogel or things like that. These tend to drop from mission monsters, and if you're doing these missions, the ones with the yellow bar, those guys tend to drop these things. So you'll be getting like a couple of items, multiple things by doing those missions. Now I feel like the Colossus fights are easier than the reactor bosses, because those bosses tend to be very grindy, very bullet spongy, and also you need those void shards all the time. So if you're missing one, you'll have to go and do one extra step of getting the void shards, which is also kind of annoying. So what you can do is find more efficient ways of doing it. And also the thing I want to mention is when I was researching, when I was farming for Ultimate Bunny, I got one item for Ultimate VSA, Ultimate VSA Enhancers, and also I'm currently researching one enhanced item for Ultimate Ajax without even trying to go for Ajax. So that is the benefit, because you'll be fighting the void bosses again and again. You'll be opening the amorphous materials. You may end up getting certain other descendants. So that is also another tip. If you are going to look for the amorphous materials, find ones that have more than one descendant material in them. There are a few, not too many. or there are some outposts where you might get pattern 122 and 123 at the same time. You could go for those instead so that you have a chance of getting two at the same time. So you can do these things to make the process more streamlined. And also, I would say, don't fixate on one. You can start with one. If you get bored trying to find the enhancers for Clay, switch over to someone else. Also, another thing, get Enzo if you haven't yet, because I did Ultimate Bunny without Enzo. So right now I have gotten all the parts. I'm researching. Enzo should be ready in like 12 hours or something. And so because you'll have to go to certain areas to find those encrypted vaults, and just taking Enzo will reduce the grind a lot because you'll get more materials. It'll be easier to open the ultra precision ones. And yeah, you'll generally have more items. So yeah, I'm researching normal Lepic and Enzo, and then Ajax and Hansel. So I'll focus on that. Also, next up, we are getting Ultimate Valby on the 31st of July with the next update. So I guess most people might be looking to get her next. So at the moment, I'm taking a more relaxed approach because I'm not sure if I want to get any of these in particular. Ultimate Bunny was a bit of a challenge. So it's actually a good thing I did Ultimate Bunny because I understood the game a lot more, the process of getting it, and also like understanding each and everything within the game a lot better just by trying to get that. So it was actually like a good learning experience. I'm feeling much more comfortable with the game and how to mod, how to go and look for certain things. I'm much more sure about all those things. So I'm not too worried about getting these. I'm just going to try and grind for one item from Clay or VS or something. And if I end up getting two or three from one Descendant, then I'll focus on that one and try to get that done. And we'll see how Ultimate Valby is, because Valby is already a strong character in the game. So ultimate variation would be pretty good as well. So maybe I'll get her first and then focus on these guys. And also I'm actually up to my limit on the Descendants. You can see here I have 8 out of 10, and I'm researching Lepic and Enzo. So that'll be 10 already. So I'll have to purchase a slot next if I want any more. So yeah, those were some general tips. Once again, if you haven't unlocked any of the ultimates yet, or if you're thinking about getting an ultimate Descendant first, go for Ultimate Bunny. I'll link my guide here. It'll hopefully explain the whole process, and I've gone over each and every item step by step, showing you where to go and get those. So once you understand this one and get Ultimate Bunny, you probably won't even need my guide. So this is just basically tips on how to go about getting the rest, because once you get one, especially Bunny, you'll understand the whole process much better. So anyway, that's it for this one. Thank you for watching, and good luck with your grind.